I'm gonna go with my boy Shakur. I just think you just keep the distance, keep it clean, fight when he needs to, box when he needs to. But I do like Lopez. He's very athletic. He knows how to box, and I think when he's an occasion like this, he does rise to it. But I just think Shakur's been around the world as an amateur as well as a pro. I think he's more of a seasoned fighter.
Boxing insiders can't agree on what happens when these two collide. Half the experts think Teofimo Lopez brings exactly the kind of problems Shakur Stevenson has never really figured out. The other half see Stevenson as the perfect storm to expose every weakness Lopez has been carrying around.
Tim Bradley said that he feels like Shakur Stevenson can hurt you. Not necessarily with power, but by frustrating you, controlling the distance, nullifying your offense, just making you look bad. He said that he feels like Shakur has superior boxing IQ compared to you.
That's cool. That's his opinion. That's cool. Everybody has an opinion like an apple. You know? So,
I swear I wish I could be like you. I swear I wish I could be like you too.
What's that?
Just be like, they say whatever, it's fine. I'd be like, say what?
He also said don't run from Shakur.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I put on boxing shoes, not track shoes. So yeah, just I'm excited for it all, man.
That split has turned what started as a regular title fight into the most anticipated showdown heading toward early 2026. Their clash at Madison Square Garden stopped being just another defense and became something much bigger. Lopez sits right at the heart of all this buzz. This guy never does what people expect. His whole career runs on opposites. Explosive one night, flat the next, absolutely electric when it matters most, then confusing when he should dominate. You can see the raw talent immediately. It practically screams at you through the screen. But then there's everything else. His antics outside the ropes keep cameras rolling, whether that's the plan or not. Here's the thing about Lopez, though. Doubt makes him dangerous. When people start questioning him, that's usually when he shows up in a big way. That same cycle is spinning again as he gets ready to put his WBO super lightweight belt on the line against Stevenson, come January 31st. Even though he's holding the title, Lopez walks into this thing carrying more question marks than confidence. Stevenson comes in as the betting pick. Most people see him as the cleaner option, the safer bet. His defensive wizardry and sharp counters have everyone convinced he's got this handled.
Is Teofimo Lopez Shakur Stevenson. Damn it. First of all, Teofimo Lopez, you an attention whore. You always trying to get yourself and infuse yourself in something like you somebody. Bro, you ain't got in the ring and fought nobody in it. It's been a minute. Okay, you fought Barboza. Congratulations, you fought and beat Barboza. Yeah, but you had so much smoke, you ducked. Yeah, what happened to the Haney fight? Yeah, the Haney fight would have been probably better suited for you if you fought Haney, but now you finna fight another GOAT of another generation of this generation. That's gonna be a problem, my big dog. I'm letting you know, and your fans know too. That's going to be a problem because Teofimo Lopez, you're not beating Shakur Stevenson. You're not. No. I know your habits. He knows your habits. He sees already how to beat you. He knows already how to beat you.
Control defines everything Stevenson does. People call him the smoothest defensive talent boxing has right now. He makes guys miss by the smallest margins and then punishes them just enough to bank rounds without taking unnecessary chances. That approach has broken down pressure fighters and slick boxers the same way. For Lopez, that creates real problems because his track record against fighters who won't stand still and trade isn't pretty. Previous fights tell the story. Jimmy Ortiz gave him fits by constantly moving and getting out of range, making Lopez start over repeatedly. Sandor Martin used similar tactics, working angles and staying patient to take the sting out of Lopez's attack. Neither of those guys had the complete package Stevenson brings, which is why so many people think this challenge could be his toughest yet.
You know, Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez. Who do you think wins that fight?
Oh yeah, that's a hell of a fight. I'm gonna go with Shakur. I think Shakur, I don't know. He just gonna win. I just know Shakur gonna win. He gonna, yeah. Because I feel like Jermaine Ortiz gave Teo some problems, right? With their angles and stuff like that. And Shakur defense is a next level from compared to Jermaine Ortiz. So I feel like
most believe Stevenson can stay in that sweet spot just outside danger, pile up points on the scorecards, and cruise to a decision that changes everything at 40 pounds. The odds reflect that thinking, with Stevenson getting clear favorite treatment. Looking at it that way, everything adds up perfectly. But Lopez has made a career out of ignoring what makes sense on paper. Back in 2020, Lopez was supposed to get schooled by Vasily Lomachenko. Everyone saw Lomachenko as too fast, too seasoned, too polished. Lopez flipped that script by jumping on him early and then going absolutely wild in the final round, throwing close to 100 punches to lock up a decision that changed his entire career path. That performance cemented his reputation as someone who gets better when the pressure feels impossible.
Let's bet 10K on it.
Bet.
Great.
Bet.
Will, who do you think's gonna win?
Who is this?
Tio and Shakur. They're fighting next month at Barclays. I'm be there. You'll be there?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I get to see your live reaction when I take your money.
Little bro walking away with that. You gonna see.
Nah, Shakur is not to be, but Tio's good.
Tio's good for what he do, but he's been washed.
Nah.
The same thing happened 3 years down the road against Josh Taylor. Lopez walked in as the underdog again, this time facing a champion who built his name on being physical and relentless. At Madison Square Garden's smaller venue, Lopez matched Taylor's intensity and used his speed advantage to take over, winning clearly from start to finish. Everything leading up to that fight was messy and dramatic, but somehow all that noise seemed to make him more focused instead of scattered. Even with those statement wins on his resume, Lopez still doesn't get universal respect among boxing's best. He's never cracked the pound-for-pound rankings because his performances jump around so much from fight to fight. When he's locked in, nobody can touch him. When he's not, he looks like he'd rather be somewhere else. His last time out gave his supporters reason to feel good about things. Against Arnold Barbosa Jr., Lopez put together a complete performance in Times Square, staying composed and in control for 12 rounds. That showing quieted some doubters, especially since people were calling Barbosa a live underdog before the opening bell. Even so, everyone remembers the less impressive nights, like that boring decision over Steve Claggett, a guy most thought Lopez should have walked through.
It's a very special fight. It's the type of matchups we always are acting for. When it comes to explosiveness, I would have to go with Tio. When it comes to actual rapid speed, I would have to go with Tio. But when it comes to body punching, when it comes to good timing, when it comes to craft, I would have to give all of that to Shakur Stevenson.
His specialty is his counterpunching. Listen, if Stevenson wants to be on his stick and move game, very difficult style matchup for Teofimo, and maybe not that entertaining to the fans.
Because Stevenson's longer.
Exactly.
Stevenson's defense probably the best in the game, and he's longer.
Great reflexes and timing, and so does Teo. That's why he's a great counterpuncher. But Teo's, he's a very special athlete.
You asked about Teo. I actually think this fight is about Teofimo more than it is about Shakur Stevenson. And the reason I say that is, it's what Doug said. When Teofimo Lopez rises to the occasion, he looks like a guy that can't be beat sometimes. And I say it's really about Teo here because Shakur, like you said, he's the favorite, 3.5 to 1 favorite right now. He's the one moving up in weight. And if you look at it stylistically, Shakur, right, he's the better boxer. We've seen Teo have problems with, fast and fleet boxers like Sandor Martin and Jermaine Ortiz. But then you think about sometimes when Teo rises to the occasion, but everyone was picking Josh Taylor that you spoke to in boxing. Yeah. And we saw what Teo did to Josh Taylor. We saw what Teo did to Lomachenko. And one of the things that I think that gets lost in that fight against Lomachenko is Teo threw more than 100 punches in the final round to make sure he won that fight.
Boxing legends and respected voices are adding fuel to this debate. Roy Jones Jr. thinks Lopez better not try to play it safe from the outside. He sees that as a recipe for getting picked apart slowly by Stevenson's accuracy and timing. Jones believes Lopez has to take risks and be willing to eat some shots if he wants to land his own meaningful punches.
Stylistically, man, how does Shakur beat Teo and vice versa? Stylistically, how does Teo beat Shakur?
Stylistically, Teo got to go in and go for broke. He got to go gamble. He got to take some, get some, and that's just the only way to win. If he stays outside and boxes, Shakur gonna pick him apart. Shakur's a polished boxer with some of the best feet in the game right now, and he's a defensive-minded fighter, which is very smart. It's hard to hit him. He makes you gamble to hit him. and he's going to be a tough one to deal with. But if Teofimo is willing to gamble to beat him, then Teofimo can definitely make it a very good.
So that aggressive mindset gets support from other corners too. Abel Sanchez, who's known for developing fighters who never stop coming forward, puts the responsibility on Lopez to make things happen. If both guys decide to wait around, the whole fight could turn boring. Sanchez does see this as pretty even though, expecting strong rounds from both sides that could leave the judges with tough decisions to make.
Shakur's a great talent, and Teofimo looked great in his last fight. Of course, he didn't have Shakur in front of him, but I think that for Shakur, he has to keep the fight at his distance. If he does that, I think it's a win for him. Teofimo, he's more, he wants to draw you and he wants to counterpunch. He's going to have to be a different guy this time. He's going to have to attack. He's going to have to be leading the fight, or else it's going to be a boring fight. I don't think it'll be a boring fight, but if he sits back and waits for Shakur's going to wait for him, then it's not going to be exciting. But I think Teofimo will attack. I think Teofimo has to attack. I think Teofimo has to do what Zepeda did, except for Teofimo's a lot more talented than Zepeda was. So I think that I honestly, I see a draw. I don't know.
Why is he a draw? But I just see the mold having great brown.
And giving us the kind of fight that I think the public is looking for.
Not everyone thinks it'll be that close, though. Amir Khan is backing Lopez based on what he's seen of his power and ability to do different things in there. Khan thinks Lopez can flip a switch and raise his game when he needs to most, and he's not convinced Stevenson has dealt with anyone who combines Lopez's speed with his strength. Moving up in weight just adds another unknown for Stevenson, who has to prove his style works against naturally bigger guys.
Stevenson, Lopez is a very good fighter, bro. I've trained with him. I've had him on the pod. He bangs hard. He's a good all-round boxer, slick. A lot of people don't give him the credit for how good of a boxer he is. Look, he's the type of guy I know about Lopez is that when he has to turn it up, he turns it up. And I think with someone like Shakur, he will have to turn it up big time. And obviously Shakur, we've not really seen him in the deep end. Look at Lopez. He's fought the likes of Lomachenko. He's beaten some great names on.
The way man. Some predictions go completely the other direction. Zab Judah sees Stevenson taking over with pure skill and work rate, arguing that Lopez has never been in there with someone this defensively advanced. Judah still expects both fighters to engage, but he thinks Stevenson gradually takes control and never lets go.
You got Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez. What a fight, huh?
Yeah.
What do you like about it?
Shakur and Teofimo?
Yeah, what do you like about it?
It's two dog fighters. You got two dog fighters that's coming in there to solidify themselves as the game changer. Teo's not gonna lay down. Shakur is not gonna lay down. It's gonna be skill versus skill. Teo's a very talented, skillful fighter. Shakur is a very extremely talented, skillful fighter. And yes, we're gonna see a hell of a great chess match that night.
Yeah, I believe so. Now, I think in your earlier predictions, you felt like Shakur will be stopping Teo? Am I right?
Annihilation, decapitation. Is that what you're talking about? You going back to my comments? Yeah. I feel like Teo's a very dominant force, but I just think that the skills of Shakur Stevens is gonna overwhelm Teo.
Clarissa Shields is also picking Stevenson, focusing on how smart and adaptable he is in there. She sees a fighter who thinks 3 moves ahead, someone who can make adjustments during the fight and capitalize when opponents make even small mistakes. While she respects Lopez's athletic ability and big fight experience, Shields thinks people are sleeping on how much power and timing Stevenson actually has.
My thoughts is that's going to be a very competitive fight. I think that Teo is very athletic. He's very experienced, but Shakur is the man. Shakur is hard to beat. He's skilled. Shakur is skilled. Shakur, man, the dude got power. He can fight any style. He's a thinker. He's 5 steps ahead of you. Whatever you think you're going to do, Shakur 5 steps ahead of you. So I look forward to seeing this fight. I think it's going to be good, but I feel like Shakur is going to come out on top. He's going to win. And hopefully Teo don't have his hands down and he get caught slipping, because Shakur has been showing some power.
Is this like a Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns type of fight? This is this era's Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns?
We got 2 slick fighters. No.
It's not that way.
No, it's like a I don't know.
Benitez in the right
If you
now?
want to say like a Pernell Whitaker versus Sugar Ray Leonard type of deal. Like that's how I look at like.
Both athletic.
Yeah, both athletic, both sharp, both really good on their defense, both just very explosive. Like it's one of them fights. Like you talking about Marvin Hagler, he used to come and get you. Like Shakur can do that. Now you don't know what he's gonna do for this fight. You don't know, but I know he's gonna do whatever he gotta do to win.
Current fighters are split too. Ryan Garcia likes Stevenson's chances, saying Lopez does his best work against guys who bring the fight to him and give him counter opportunities. Against someone who makes him do the chasing, Lopez might have trouble keeping up that pressure. Garcia wonders if Lopez can maintain the kind of aggression needed to corner a mover like Stevenson for a full 12 rounds.
I got Shakur Stevenson beat him.
You got Shakur? You don't think Teal's gonna win?
Nah, bro. Nah.
Damn, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I got
crazy.
Tio too, bro.
You guys got Tio? How much you guys want to bet, bro?
I got Teal.
How much you guys want to bet anytime?
Bet, bro. I don't got money compared to you.
Nah, I'll bet. Hey, I'll bet in your tax bracket, bro.
100. Let's do 100.
I'll bet 100, bro. Let's
bet 100.
Yeah, let's do 100.
I'll bet 500 on Tio. And what form of style you think Shakur would beat Tio?
Boxing him like he always does, bro.
You think it's going to decision?
Tio down? Nah. They're gonna be playing chess for a little bit, and then Shakur's gonna break away by like the 4th, 5th, 6th, and then it's gonna get ugly by like the 9th, 10th. I think Shakur gonna start picking them apart nasty.
I don't see that happening. I see Shakur on his pedal bike all night.
Nah, bro. What? Teofimo don't even put pressure like that. How can he be on a pedal bike if he don't put no pressure, real pressure like that?
But Tio could crack a little bit.
Yeah, he could crack, but he's not a pressure fighter.
They
so
both got tough
why
ass
would
defense, though.
Yeah, Shakur just has to watch for a single shot here, single shot there. He's not going to worry about volume coming forward, hard-hitting guys. He's going to be watching for 1, 2 shots at a time. Teofimo just doesn't put pressure like that for Shakur to even run, you know? You know, that's just what it is. Unless he changes up his whole game plan and his whole fighting style.
Taking the other side, Ashaki Foster has worked with Stevenson in the gym and sees potential problems for the challenger. Foster thinks Stevenson performs best when he feels like the better athlete in there. That could be an issue here. With Lopez, Foster sees a guy who can match or even beat Stevenson athletically.
You said, my opinion on him and Tio?
Yeah, do you think he beats him? Because essentially, if he beats him, I assume he would probably stay at 140 then.
Nah, styles make fights. I don't know. I don't really see. I think that's a bad style matchup for Shakur.
Really? You're like the 10th person that's told me this. I kid you not. Like, it's this, because I know the obvious people will be like, Shakur's undefeated. He's a defensive fighter. Tio's kind of struggled with the boxer, but I've just talked to someone again today. Like, everyone favors kind of like Tio for some reason, just from what I've talked to. So why is that? Because you sparred Shakur, and I guess you would know better. So, I mean,
Shakur, he likes to be the most athletic guy in the ring. When he's not, he has problems. Shakur he's a right-hander fighting out of southpaw stance. So when you meet guys like that's athleticism that fight with their strong hand in the back, you're gonna have to rely on more than just your jab and the rangefinder. You know what I mean? Like, you tell me, do he got a solid left hand?
I mean, I haven't been punched.
You seen him throw it. You seen him throw it, but you've never seen him hurt or knock nobody out with it. So I just think when you meet certain guys, that's why I say the style.
All these different viewpoints are building toward fight night. The undercard brings additional star power with multiple world title fights and big names throughout, but everyone's attention stays locked on the main event, where all these debates finally get settled. Is Lopez really at his most dangerous when people doubt him, ready to disrupt another top fighter's plans? Or will Stevenson's calm and calculated style shut down that chaos and announce his arrival as the man to beat in a new weight class? As boxing moves into 2026, this fight feels like it'll set the tone. It's going to show us who leads the next chapter and who has to go back to the drawing board when the final bell rings.